Hey everyone. Well, as you saw, it's guitar time again. But I thought I'd start with a little tour of my studio here. As you can see, we're kind of in the middle of some construction. This little room over here, I've had it for a very long time, and at long last, I'm finally turning it into a control room, which means we have the window here to talk to the musicians. Now, I had to put that window in. I framed it all myself and everything and got it put in. Next, we will put drywall on here and here and then over here. I actually took that off so that I could drill some holes down here because I need to put an electrical socket right there. This room doesn't have, well, it's got one. And it's clear over here. Everything I do is over there. So right at the moment I have extension cords going through that open wall, as you may be able to see. That's an inversion table that really didn't work for me. As you can see, the place is a bit of a mess. There's my daughter's cello. She's been learning to play that. My keyboard. Some more of my guitars. That's my old keyboard. I'm still deciding what I want to do with it. That's my little corner where I do all my filming and everything. Yet more guitars. My keyboard, my chord cross, which I just got. This little board here, my voice teacher comes over, she sits at this keyboard, and I sing into this microphone, and she can control both through that board. So, and over here, you see the true owner of this studio, the Queen, Miss Hazel herself. My chair over here this is her actual throne, but right at the moment she is over here at her southern palace. I think she calls it Mar-a-Lago, and I told her not to call it that. Here are some of my degrees, one of my favorite pictures of my wife, a picture of my parents. My wife painted those. I want more, and I want them right now. My wife is unbelievably talented. So that's our little tour, including the dirt that may as well wait to vacuum until we're done making more dirt. Today, we're looking at Sherman. These two are my Seahawk guitars. They have the Seahawk blue and the Seahawk green. The blue one has power and finesse, so her name is Wilson. The green one, well, we've talked about this guitar before. It has 3 Seymour Duncan hot rails in it, locking tuners that I believe we put on it together, and yeah, she just rocks and kicks butt. So she is Sherman, for Richard Sherman. Yes, I know. But he was instrumental in the Seahawks' glory days that I've been here for, and I have great respect for the man. So, the name stays. But she needs a little more flair. So, we're going to put this on her. I picked this up. I'm actually not sure where I got it, but I think it's going to make a nice addition to this guitar. But as you can see, it doesn't have any holes in it. Well, my mistake. It's got 4 screw holes on the corners. So, I am going to have to cut the pickup holes, I'm going to have to cut this slot here. It has to be perfectly straight. Drill the 3 holes. It's going to get interesting. But I can do it with my router. And that's how I'm going to do it. So, first thing we'll want to do is take these strings off. Okay, strings are off. So, we are ready to remove this old, bland pick guard. You may be able to see some sawdust coming out from some of these, which strongly suggests that they have been out before. They have several times, because I couldn't afford to replace all 3 pickups at once, and so those went in over a period of about 8 months. One thing I want to do on the new one, this volume control is just a little too close to the strings, and I keep bumping it, so I want to try to move it over a little bit. Give myself a tad more space there so I'm not accidentally changing my volume, either turning myself off or blasting somebody's ears out. Alright, that's that. Alright, and it just lifts out like that. Now all I got to do is disconnect the jack. And we do that the old-fashioned way. Oh yes, and the bridge ground wire. And there we are. My 3 pickups, my switch, my teeny tiny controls. I could probably upgrade those, but that's going to be a question of, yeah. I may not be able to afford that right at the moment, so that may have to wait for another day. Right now, we'll have to take all of this stuff off of this pick guard and put it on the new one. Now, I have another reason for needing to take all of this stuff off right now. I'm going to use this as the template for cutting the new one. Most of this will be done with my router, and so what I'm going to end up doing is using some double-sided tape or some such to stick the 2 of them together so that my router can follow these holes and cut everything precisely. So, that's the theory. Let's see what happens in practice.